these 7 damaged statehood quarters are worth, honestly, just some incredible amounts of money. And in this video, we're going to go over all of them, what to look for, and how you can sell them for the most money possible. Let's just go ahead and hop right into this video, guys. Now, first of all, I do want to say that all of the coins in this video are 100% genuine coins, and the sale prices are all paid in full through a company called Heritage Auctions. Now, Heritage is a massive auction company, and starting off with this first coin, it is a 1999 statehood quarter. Now, I won't spend too much time on this coin because it's quite apparent that if you come across a coin like this, please don't spend it. You have something very rare and very valuable. This is a coin that is double struck with the second strike being 60% off center. PCGS graded this coin at a mint state 64, and someone was able to come across this coin and sell it on Heritage for $720. Now, that is a 2,880% return on your investment of 25 cents if you turn it into $720. A crazy return for a 25-cent coin. Holy smokes, guys, look at this coin. It sold for $2,160. Now, the biggest thing that I'm showing you here, guys, is the reality that most people come across a coin like this and think that it is damaged. That is the worst case scenario, because throwing this coin away is literally throwing thousands of dollars away, and you don't want that to be you. Here's the cool part about this specific coin is that it was struck on an aluminum scrap. So this was not struck on a typical piece of metal that they use to make coins. This was a random piece of aluminum scrap that somehow got stuck into the minting process and made its way out. Now, personally, I think that there are some interesting things happening. Maybe some mint employees that are like, hey, let's throw this aluminum scrap in there and see what happens. And then when it comes out like this, they kind of put it in their pocket, and one thing leads to another, and then all of a sudden it's on Heritage Auctions for over $2,000. But that's a different tangent I can go down at a different time. The reality is this is a genuine coin that came from the US Mint. How it got produced, I couldn't personally tell you because I wasn't there when it was made, but someone was, and it snuck its way out of the US Mint and turned up on this Heritage Auctions website and was able to sell for $2,160. So guys, if you come across a weird looking coin, always put it to the side. You don't want to throw it away or just don't really think much of it, because listen to your instincts. If something truly looks off, you could have a coin that's actually pretty rare. All right, $4,320. Now, this coin right off the bat just looks a bit weird, right? Connecticut, we know the statehood quarter, but why does it look gold? Well, this was struck on an experimental planchet. A planchet is essentially just a piece of metal the coin is struck on, and sometimes the US Mint will have different types of pieces of metal that they test to see how the coin is going to produce in circulation. So this golden look you're seeing is actually being tested, or was tested, for the Sacagawea dollar coin. So they were testing it on this coin, just saying, hey, what's it going to look like? How's it going to hold up? And they decided to go against it. So they didn't want to have this color for the coin, but I think it's actually pretty unique, pretty cool. Someone was able to turn this coin into $4,320. Oh my gosh, what in the heck? $4,800 for this monstrosity of a coin. Now, this is a 25-cent statehood quarter from New York. It was multi-struck on end of feeder finger. So essentially what a feeder finger is it is the tool or the piece that feeds the coin into where it needs to be struck. So somehow this feeder got struck on, and this is what resulted of it. Pretty interesting mistake that can happen. And yeah, it weighs 2.93 grams. It sold for $4,800. Wow, just look at the coloration on this North Carolina statehood quarter. This is a PCGS graded mint state 64 coin. It is from 2001. It is a Philadelphia issued coin, and it was struck on a cent planchet, the same piece of metal they used to strike penny coins on. It sold for $9,000. Now, as we're getting further into this video, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, since you stayed this long, good on you, how to actually sell these coins. Now, this coin right here, you're looking at this Indiana statehood quarter, sold for $17,400. If you came across this coin, the last thing you want to do is bring it to a pawn shop. That pawn shop owner is going to do a little bit of research online. They're going to say, wow, this coin sold online for over 17 grand. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to offer them a few $1,000s, make their day, and then what they're going to do is flip the coin for a lot more money. Now, look, you'd be lucky to get a couple $1,000s for this coin from a pawn shop broker, but the reality is there are better options out there for you. Please never go to a pawn shop at all. There's no reason you ever should do so unless you want a lot less value than your coin is worth. So what I recommend to everyone that watches our channel is to go to a coin shop. Specifically, try to go to like 3 coin shops. This way you're going to get the true value of your coin. If you go to all 3 and say, hey, I got this coin, you know, what would you pay me for it? That's going to tell you the true price of your coin. If they all 3 tell you that your coin is unfortunately not worth money, then you should probably take their word for what it is. There are some bad coin shop owners out there, but I don't always personally prefer going to a coin shop unless you need quick money, because a coin shop is going to offer you 20 to 50% less of the value of your coin. Why do you ask? Because these are coin shop owners, right? They have employees, they have their own family, they have an overhead cost of their building, they have expenses to pay. So they get your coin and they go ahead and mark it up 20 to 50% and make some money on the coin that they bought from you. Now, the best way, in my personal opinion, is doing a bit more work and trying to get the full value of your coin. Now, what I like to do, especially in the past, was going on eBay or trying to sell on Heritage. Now, if you have a big value coin like this one, selling it on Heritage, getting the most eyeballs in front of it, higher value auction is where you want to go. If you have a lower end item, something that's, worth anywhere from $5 to a couple $1,000s, it's probably worth going ahead and doing it yourself on eBay. If you don't know how to do so yourself, we could help you out, or you could do your own research, or if you have like a niece or nephew or daughter or son, whoever, that could help you do it for you, that is another option as well. But this coin essentially was struck on a dime planchet. So the same piece of metal they used to strike dimes was used on this coin, and it was created by PCGS at a mint state 64. It sold for a staggering $17,400. One of my favorite coins is this coin right here. So right off the bat, you know that the coloration is wrong. By the way, this coin sold for $84,000. This is definitely a coin that you want to get multiple opinions on before you go ahead and place it on eBay, because someone's going to buy it up really quickly and flip it for a lot more money than you listed it for. So pay close attention, guys. This is a coin that a lot of people call a mule. What is a mule? A mule is two different things that shouldn't have gone together. So this is the back of a South Carolina statehood quarter. Now, when you flip it over to the front, you're going to notice that this is a Sacagawea dollar. So you got a dollar on the front and a quarter on the back. This is something that is incredibly rare, highly valuable. It happens in paper money sometimes too, where you got like a $20 bill in the front and a $1 bill in the back. More on that in a different video. But guys, this is a true anomaly. This is very, very rare to come across. And be careful if anyone ever tries to sell you something like this and it seems too good to be true. They might have tried to splice a coin and, weld it or glue it together. So there are some bad actors out there, but that is why grading companies like PCGS and NGC and even CAC, they really are reputable and they really do add some true value to the collector world. So this one right here, once again, sold for $84,000. If you want to learn more about coins and currency, we got a free coin and currency ebook down below. No strings attached. Go ahead and get that free ebook right now, and I'll see you guys in the next video.